So this one would have been a very good piece of price action a few hours ago if you identify this hammer, and this one happened with room to the left, and it didn't happen after a giant candle. This was basically a consolidation right before it happened. Then the new high is the entry, with a stop below it, and you're in this thing going up. So this is a good reversal setup, and sure enough, it's working. Again, these days I'm avoiding these reversals. I'll wait until it breaks that obvious resistance up there and breaks it in the right way with the candles being small, as well as these higher lows in the picture. And there's an opportunity there. This could happen later today. Silver, yeah, same thing. Just discussed it on gold. Same thing going on there. This one is the Dow Jones. It's a bit tricky. This is happening though on the short side. If you look at this, there's firm support down here, and you're getting these lower highs. Let's see if it breaks down with these lower highs in play, and you get a decent candle for the breakdown. You can enter the short, but you want to be careful here because you know that you have support just nearby. So you're not likely to get really good RVR on this one. So even though the setup may be there, the reward side may not be there, and then you don't enter this. We were discussing this yesterday. I think Sujit brought it up. It's tough to trade this, the Dow Jones. It does make some pretty wild moves at times, like up here suddenly and then suddenly down. Here's another big fast down move. But it's hard to get these good setups with this instrument. It's almost like trading a low float, but it is the Dow Jones. So be careful with this. This may be one I don't really look at anymore. Just the Russell 2000. I find it to be similar to the Dow Jones. Quite difficult to pick up on action here. Over here, this is interesting. If you look at this resistance area right here, and then you're getting these higher lows. When it breaks out, if you enter there with a stop below, it would still be a bit of a struggle because it's quite wide. Sure enough, the move worked out, but it would have been a tough one to enter because the stop is just a little wide and your target's in this area. You have something like that happening here, but again, this would have just freaked you out, stopped you out quickly. That's a tough one. You have this area here. You may have entered right here actually, but yeah, with that wide stop, be too wide. Here's the entry that makes sense. So prints a new high. You basically enter at the bottom of this candle, right about there with the stop below it. Now you got a good one. This setup is decent. Again, these are just breakout setups. Also, again, if you look at, let's see, over here, the bottom of this candle, this hammer right here, you're getting room to the left, right? At the bottom of it, right there, where the buyer stepped in. Hasn't been there in a while. So it's doing this consolidation, but then it put in a candle that's stuck out of the consolidation. And sure enough, the move began after that. So using naked trading, this is it's a good little area. It's a simple way to trade. The problem is, as you can see, if you're using this naked trading stuff on a 1-minute chart, every 5 minutes you're getting a setup, right? And that's the danger. You want to be very careful with that. That's why when I was doing this on a 1-minute chart, I was using levels and various things to make sure I don't just get into the chart anywhere. So many specific places. On a 30-minute, these setups are not so common. So really, I'm just waiting for them to happen. I'm not using levels at all. I'm just simply using the setups. And they're quite all right. Don't have a problem with it. Oh, this is crypto. What happened to crypto? It jumped up a few hours ago, huh? Anyone in the news? Anyone know about crypto today? Well, this is crypto futures, Bitcoin futures. So the price of Bitcoin obviously would have jumped. Now, this is tricky over here. It's just like watching the pre-market in the New York session. You get this consolidation quite typically in the pre-market. Then you just wait for a breakout up or down. And that works for scalping the open. If you guys really want to do all that stuff, this is what you want. You want a ticker that has a catalyst that made it jump overnight and then consolidate before the market opens, and then you wait for the breakout up or down. And you get lots of momentum, lots of volatility, lots of blowups, but lots of excitement if you like excitement. Me, I'm here to make money, not to get excited. So This is what's there. See, it's holding above that area. See that resistance, and it's holding above. So it could be that this resistance may turn into support, setting up for a good move to the upside. Did that here too. This gapped up, and it held above that previous resistance, just shot up from there. I don't think there's a way to enter here, but oh well. Anyways, Bitcoin futures. I don't know if I'll be ever trading this, but it's good to watch it. See if it makes sense.